This is the story of what happened to Russ Smith after he scored 65 points in a D-League game. On March 23, 2016, Russ Smith broke the D-League scoring record of a 65-point performance while on the 76ers D-League affiliate team. The NBA Developmental League has been around since 2001 and had a name change to the NBA Gatorade League in 2017. With all that Gatorade money, the NBA was able to increase the G League minimum salary from $35,000 per season to $37,000 per season. The G League is made up of 29 teams which play in a 50-game season. 8 teams go to the playoffs each year, and all the players in the G League have caught the attention of the NBA, and many of them are extremely close to NBA contracts. So these are some of the best players in the world, and many of them take pay cuts in the G League for a shot at playing at the NBA. Plenty of high-level NBA players were once assigned to the G League, such as Rudy Gobert, Eric Bledsoe, Danny Green, Fred VanVleet, Duncan Robinson, Clint Capella, Hassan Whiteside, Christian Wood. The list goes on and on. The point is, the G League has NBA talent and is much more competitive than a lot of people realize. Russ Smith's 65-point game is just the tip of the iceberg, but to tell you where Russ Smith is now, I have to tell you where he started. Russ Smith went to high school at South Kent and led his team to a 20-12 record while averaging 20 points and 4 assists a game as a freshman. He then went on to lead the New York City Catholic League in scoring for 2 years, averaging 25 points per game throughout his sophomore and junior season. As a senior, he transferred to Archbishop Molloy High School where he averaged 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. And with a resume as impressive as his, he got an invite to the 2009 Jordan Brand Classic Regional game where he scored 27 points in a win at Madison Square Garden and earned MVP. After graduating, Russ accepted a spot with the Louisville Cardinals D1 program. He would only play 5.6 minutes per game in 17 games during his first season due to a plethora of injuries, but that would change in his second season, in which he averaged 22 minutes per game for 39 games, and the Cardinals would not regret giving him a starting role. Russ had a good season in his second year, but his third season is what makes him a local hero. In the 2012 to 2013 season, the Louisville Cardinals ended the regular season with an impressive record of 29-5, which was high enough to get them the first seed in the March Madness tournament, and after winning 5 games, the Cardinals had made it to the championship game, where they beat a Michigan team led by 6 future NBA players, including Tim Hardaway Jr. and Karis LeVert. Russ Smith did underperform in the championship game, with only 9 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound on 3 for 16 from the field and 1 for 6 from 3. But he did lead his team through the regular season and March Madness tournament to their first NCAA championship. Kind of. The Cardinals roster had 4 future NBA players including Russ, but he was arguably the best college player on the team. Despite his underwhelming championship performance, he led the team in scoring, was second in assists, and 4th in rebounds during the regular season and put up similar numbers up until the championship game. The Cardinals would have never gotten this championship without Russ Smith. Sadly, Russ's game would not translate to the NBA as well as some of his teammates. Do you remember those stories about Stephen Curry dominating in high school but struggling to get attention from D1 programs due to his small frame? Well, Russ Smith had a similar problem when it came to getting a true shot in the NBA. Russ Smith was drafted by the 76ers with the 47th pick in the 2014 NBA draft and was quickly traded to the Pelicans. He would bounce around D-League teams and NBA teams throughout his rookie season, and in his second season he ended up back with the 76ers D-League affiliate team. And on March 23rd, after being back with the team for less than 2 months, Russ Smith would set the D-League scoring record at 65 points, where it still stands today. Russ would decide to leave the NBA and D-League after his 2016 season that included only 15 NBA games with an average of 4.4 minutes per game. Russ spent the 2017 season overseas in the EuroLeague, where he only got 9 minutes a game. But in the 2017 to 2018 season, he balled out for the Sturgeons in China, where he became known as the Allen Iverson of China. I mean, just look at this stat line. Roughly 34 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals with a true shooting percentage of 59. The China League isn't on the same level of the NBA, and this league was actually only the second most competitive in China, but this level of play in a competitive professional league is outstanding. On July 5th, 2017, in a jaw-dropping performance for the Sturgeons, Russ pulled a Kobe and dropped 81 points on 15 for 26 from 2-point range and 10 for 17 at 3-point range, which means he was shooting at a higher 3-point percentage than 2-point percentage. He also hit 21 out of 22 free throws and somehow got 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals while putting on a scoring clinic. Sadly, in the 2020 season, he was arguably underutilized by his new team, the Blue Whales. But on the bright side, the Cardinals retired his jersey on January 22, 2022, and having been one of the best players in school history, the retirement of Russ Smith's number 2 was well deserved. Having proven he was still an NBA talent by dominating the China League for 2 seasons, he decided to give the G League another shot with hopes of signing an NBA contract. Last season, Russ Smith played 7 games with the Mad Ants D-League team, and he had pretty good stats. He even managed to drop 43 points in a game, 24 of them coming in the fourth quarter and 21 of them coming in a row without a single miss. At 31, he has passed his prime and is running out of time for another NBA contract. But the fact that he is on a G League team means that he is considered to be a prospect for an NBA contract, and I'm rooting for him to get another shot at playing at the highest level of basketball in the world.